Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2024 Okaloosa Schools Academic Tournament. This year we have 6 schools from Okaloosa County going head-to-head in a double elimination tournament format. These standout students will be displaying their knowledge of math, science, history, fine arts and literature, pop culture, and more to determine our tournament champion for 2024. I'm your host and moderator, Stella Verswyvelt. Lisa Nall will be our timekeeper and scorekeeper, while Howard White and Rich Gockley will serve as our chief judges and make the final decisions on all things official. Howard White is a retired engineer. The first half of his career, he studied explosion effects on protective structures for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in Mississippi. In 2002, he moved to Eglin and worked at the Air Force Research Laboratory, researching various ordnance technologies. He retired in 2020 after a 37-year career with the Department of Defense. Lieutenant Colonel USAF retired Rich Gockley, a former middle school and high school teacher, transitioned to a remarkable 24-year career as a navigator in the United States Air Force and the Washington Air National Guard. Currently, he serves as a senior test engineer at Eglin Air Force Base. Today's teams are from Collegiate High School and Choctawhatchee High School. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our different Okaloosa schools, and we'll be back shortly to introduce our team members. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and introduce our coaches and team members for today's match. From Collegiate High School, our coach is Elisa Miller, and the team members are
Mason Pierce, I'm a sophomore.
Kata Daigle, senior.
Colby Daigle, senior.
Daniel Crary, senior.
And from Choctawhatchee High School, our coach is Elizabeth Crandall, and our team members are
Asher Newcomer, freshman.
Thomas Carenti, senior.
AJ Burnich, sophomore.
Tyson Smith, freshman.
Okay, and we'll move on to our toss-up question number 1, which is in history. This group was begun in the Middle Ages to give counsel to the king. This group's last meeting ever is the one best known today, as it was called in 1789 by King Louis XVI and ended with the commoners creating a national assembly and taking the tennis court oath. What political body that combined the clergy and the nobility with the commoners had its last meeting at the start of the French Revolution?
Time.
The answer is Estates General. Moving on to toss-up question number 2. The subject is literature. His poem collection, A Light in the Attic, includes one called How Not to Have...
Shel Silverstein.
Yes, that is correct. Your bonus is in social sciences. Identify these Asian religions. Part A. Its believers' goal is to escape the endless cycle of suffering and rebirth.
Buddhism.
That is correct. Part B. Amaterasu, the sun god, is one of this Japanese faith's most worshipped kami.
Time.
Okay, the answer was Shinto.
Okay.
Toss-up question number 3. The subject is math. Pencils and paper ready. Evaluate the expression x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 1 for the value x equals 3.
$25.
That is not correct.
23.
That is correct. Collegiate, your bonus is in science. Answer these about monopoles in physics. An electric monopole is one of these, whether positive or negative.
Ion?
No, that is not correct. The answer is electric charge. Part B. This type of monopole has never been seen by scientists as there's always both a north and south pole in every physical situation.
Time.
The answer was magnetic monopole. Toss-up question number 4 is in fine arts. This artist's 1943 set of Four Freedoms paintings was based on a speech by Franklin Roosevelt. His other works include a magazine cover for Boy's Life that features a Boy Scout at a ship's wheel. Name this painter of Rosie the Riveter, whose works featuring daily American life include the more than 300 that appeared on the magazine covers of the Saturday Evening Post.
Time.
The answer was Norman Rockwell. Toss-up question number 5 is in science. The association devoted to this body part lists more than 50 possible problems it can develop, including histoplasmosis, asbestosis.
Lungs?
That is correct, the lung. Bonus number 5 is a miscellaneous subject. Collegiate. Okay. The second season of the 4th game in this video game series became available in October 2023. Identify this series made by Blizzard and named for its main bad guy, the Lord of Terror.
God of War.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Time.
The answer was Diablo. Part B. This daughter of Mephisto from previous versions is the main female villain in the 4th edition.
I don't know the game.
I don't know. I don't know Diablo.
Got anything?
I only picked 3. I didn't pick
Time.
4.
Okay, the answer was Lilith.
Oh, duh.
Toss-up number 6 is in social sciences. Ignatius of Antioch was the first to use this term derived from the Greek for universal, defining it as the entire body of Christians, not individual congregations. After the Great Schism of 1054, this term came to identify the Western Christian Church. When
Protestant.
Nope, that is not correct. I'm going to repeat the question for Collegiate. Ignatius of Antioch was the first to use this term derived from the Greek for universal, defining it as the entire body of Christians, not individual congregations. After the Great Schism of 1054, this term came to identify the Western Christian Church. When capitalized, what 8-letter word today describes both the Church of Rome and a person who accepts that church's doctrines?
Apostolic?
That is not correct. The answer is Catholic. Toss-up question number 7 is in history. The 5 organizers of this event include Jane Hunt and Martha Wright, who was the sister of Lucretia Mott. As part of this event, a declaration of sentiments similar to the Declaration of Independence was signed by more than 60 attendees.
The Seneca Falls Convention.
That is correct. Choctawhatchee, your bonus is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Sam's phone battery level is now at 20% and will increase by 10% every 20 minutes when plugged in. John's phone battery level is now at 0%, but only takes an hour to reach 100% battery level. Part A. If both phones are plugged in at the same time, what level will Sam's phone battery be when John's is 100%?
50%.
That is correct. Part B. How much more time after that will Sam's phone need to be totally charged?
100 more minutes.
100 more minutes.
That is also correct. Toss-up question number 8 is in social sciences. Though historians today are skeptical of this object's actual importance, it still got a pavilion built for it to mark its 300th anniversary in 1920. Give the two-word name of this Massachusetts object, a part of which is located in its namesake town and considered to mark the place where the pilgrims...
Plymouth Rock.
That is correct. Your bonus is in science, Collegiate. Pencils and paper ready. An ideal gas sample of 40 liters is at 2 atmospheres and 200 Kelvin. Part A. Let R equal 0.08 and calculate the number of moles of gas in the sample.
I don't remember how to do this.
I don't either.
I never took that
It's
class.
been 2
Make a
years.
wild guess.
I'm in this class. I don't think we've done it.
8.
No, ma'am. That is not correct. The answer is 2.5. Part B. If the gas is ozone, O sub 3, give the number of grams of ozone in the sample.
Need my calculator.
What's the math for 16 or each molecule?
16 for oxygen.
3 is just that. 3.
Time's up. The answer was 120 grams. Toss-up number 9 is in literature. This novel's first book references the Battle of Austerlitz, while its second references the Great Comet of 1812, and its third details the Battle of
War and Peace.
That is correct. Your bonus is in history. Though he bragged that he poisoned Stalin in 1953, Khrushchev gained the upper hand on him in the chaos that followed. Part A. Name this terrible human being, the leader of the Soviet Union's NKVD, that was the forerunners of today's KGB.
Putin.
No, the answer was Beria. Part B. Beria recommended that the Soviets give their northwestern province of Karelia back to this country.
Finland.
That is correct. Toss-up number 10 is a miscellaneous question. Voiced by Clancy Brown, this character lives in an anchor with his daughter, Pearl the Whale.
Mr. Krabs.
Yes, that is correct. Your bonus is in language arts. Give these words from the vocabulary.com list of words a high school freshman should know. Part A. Use of the same consonant at the beginning of each word.
No, it's not. It's, I don't think it's. Is it alliteration? It's alliteration.
Alliteration.
That is correct. Part B. An expensive vessel propelled by sail or power.
Ocean liner.
The 5-letter word.
Liner.
Liner.
No, the answer was yacht.
Oh, yeah.
Yacht. Okay, that's the end of our first half. We'll be back with the score after these messages. Welcome back. We have a halftime score of Collegiate 50, Choctawhatchee 65. There are no substitutions, so we'll continue with the second half. Toss-up question number 11 is in history. In 2023, This man's former residence that had become a library named for him was renamed the Prime Minister's Museum and Library, sparking anger against current Prime Minister Narendra Modi. After studying law in England, this man returned home and got into politics.
Gandhi.
That is not correct. I'm going to repeat the question for Collegiate. Okay? In 2023, this man's former residence that had become a library named for him was renamed the Prime Minister's Museum and Library, sparking anger against current Prime Minister Narendra Modi. After studying law in England, this man returned home and got into politics, becoming a friend of Mahatma Gandhi and the father of Indira Gandhi. Name this first Prime Minister of an independent India. Okay, the answer was Nehru. Nehru. Okay, toss-up question number 12 is in language arts. In the era of McCarthyism, some Hollywood actors and directors thought to be communists had their names placed on one of these.
List.
Can you be more specific?
Red list.
No, that is not correct. He said red list. Okay, I'm going to repeat the question for.
Watch list.
That is not correct. It is blacklist. The answer was blacklist. Okay, toss-up number 13 is in science. Pencils and paper ready. If bromine has an atomic mass of 80, give the molecular mass of bromoethane that has the chemical formula C sub 2 H sub 5 Br.
$119.
That is not correct. I can repeat the question for Collegiate. Pencils and paper ready. If bromine has an atomic mass of 80, give the molecular mass of bromoethane that has the chemical formula C2H5Br.
117.
That is not correct. The answer was 109. 109. Okay, toss-up question 14 is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Give the other end point of a line segment when one end at 3, 4 and a midpoint at 5, 8.5.
Seven, 13.
That is correct. Your bonus is a miscellaneous subject. Answer these about movies by director Martin Scorsese. Part A. His movie Raging Bull featured the character of Jake LaMotta, a real-life world champion in this sport.
Wrestling. Yeah.
Wrestling.
That is not correct. It was boxing. Boxing. Part B. His film Casino is set in this city famed for its gambling establishments.
Vegas. Monaco. Vegas. I think it's Monaco. Yeah.
Monaco.
Nope, the answer was Las Vegas. Toss-up number 15 is in social sciences. Many people wish this amendment would be extended to both Congress and the Supreme Court. It is likely that Dwight Eisenhower or Ronald Reagan could have been elected to a third term as president, except that which constitutional amendment?
22nd.
That is correct. Your bonus, Collegiate, is in science. Answer these about amino acids essential to the human body. Methionine includes this chemical element, a yellow solid that smells like rotten eggs when combined with hydrogen.
Sulfur.
That is correct. Part B, a lack of phenylalanine is a result of this genetic disorder aggravated by aspartame. Give either its name or its 3-letter abbreviation.
Aspartame.
ALS. ALS.
Sure. ALS.
And it's not ALS, it's phenylketonuria, or PKU. Toss-up number 16 is miscellaneous. First made a hit by its composer Tracy Chapman, this song tells of a person desperate.
Fast car.
That is correct. Your bonus is in fine arts. Name the painters of these works. Part A, girl with a pearl earring.
Oh my god. It's in the hallway. It's in the hallway.
So you don't know.
No.
Do you know?
No.
Alexander Desplat.
That is not correct. Jean Vermeer. Part B, the persistence of memory.
You want to just go with like Van Gogh or something? Wait, what did you say? It's Dolly.
Dolly.
That is correct.
Nice.
Toss of number 17 is in history. He was the first president to be born a U.S. citizen and the first to speak English as his second language.
Martin Van Buren.
That is correct. Your bonus is in math. Pencils and paper ready. A new mansion has one Norman window, which is a rectangle 8 feet high and 3 feet wide with a semicircle on top. What is the radius of the semicircle?
Would the radius just be 1.5?
Yeah, it would be
1.5?
That is correct. Part B, using pi, what is the perimeter of the window, counting the rectangular width only once?
Does anyone know the perimeter equation?
I don't remember it. I think it's 2 pi. Or
2 pi r
2 pi. I think so. Oh, do it.
The answer was 19 plus 1.5 pi. Toss-up number 18 is in science. This object was originally created by a variation of Leclanche's process. Usually, a paste made of ammonium chloride is used to create this object along with a zinc anode and a carbon cathode to produce a steady stream of electrons.
Battery.
Can you be more specific about battery? Be more specific about what kind of battery?
Alkaline battery.
No. That is not correct. I'll reread the question for Choctaw. This object was originally created by a variation of Leclanche's process. Usually a paste made of ammonium chloride is used to create this object along with a zinc anode and a carbon cathode to produce a steady stream of electrons. Name this non-liquid type of battery whose common brand names include Everready and Rayovac.
Lithium battery?
That is not correct. The answer is a dry cell battery. Dry cell battery. Okay, toss-up number 19 is in fine arts. This key is used by Bizet in the Toreador song from his opera Carmen, Bach in his first 2 Brandenburg concertos, and by Sousa in his Liberty Bell March. Identify this musical key whose key signature is 1 flat and whose scale on a piano starts with the 3rd white key above C.
Key of D.
That is not correct. Yes.
F.
Yes, that is correct. Your bonus is in literature. Answer these about French literature. Part A. Jean de Brunoff wrote children's stories about this elephant who likes to wear a green suit and marries his cousin Celeste before becoming king of the elephants.
I feel like I've read this story, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what's
Guys,
the
it's Hannibal, king of the elephants. Guys.
Is it?
No.
The answer was Babar. Part B. This author wrote science fiction adventure stories like The Mysterious Island and Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh,
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
my dad will kill me if I get this
Oh
wrong.
no, what's it?
It's
So heavyweights. The other guy.
James Patterson.
The answer was Jules Verne. Toss of 20 is in math. On a scatter plot, this type of point may indicate that a data point was not properly recorded or...
The outlier?
That is correct. Bonus is in history, Collegiate. This ethnic group occupies 4 provinces of northeastern Spain and 3 provinces of southwestern France. Name this ethnic group that tries to be as independent as possible from both countries.
Navarran, Aquitanian, Burgundian. Navarran makes the most sense for that region.
Defer.
Navarran?
No, the answer was Basque. Part B, the Basque areas of both countries are both united by and separated by this mountain range.
Oh, Hannibal crossed it, but it wasn't the Alps, it was the other one.
There's the Himalayas over there. That's not the right one though.
It starts with like a C, I think.
Pyrenees.
Pyrenees.
That is correct. Toss-up 21 is in science.
That's the match.
Okay, that is the end of the match. We'll be back with the score after these messages.
I chose to come to Collegiate High School because you get free college and your high school diploma at the same time, and that's the best opportunity for any high school student.
I wanted to grow as an individual, and so I decided to move here to not be grouped into these different categories that you'd find in like traditional high schools.
I came to Collegiate because I wanted to get used to college work and just being in a college environment before I actually move on to a bigger university.
The thing that makes Collegiate High different from other schools in Okaloosa County is that we're a small school. Students that attend the Collegiate High School are not just a number. We know students by name because of the small school atmosphere.
So what's great about this school is that all the faculty are here to help you.
They want them to excel in their academic life and personal life.
At the other schools, I felt like I wasn't quite being challenged enough in all the fields, but here it's like, you have teachers that teach you well, and they teach you what's going to be applied in the future.
Many students think that if you go to Collegiate, you can't play sports, you can't be in music, you can't be a high school student, but I still went to homecoming. I still went to the football games, I had fun with all my friends, and Collegiate doesn't take that away from you. It adds on to your amazing personality.
In order to be successful at Collegiate High School, motivation, student motivation. You have to be academically motivated because you'll be academically challenged.
But when you go to a university, they'll see that you're dedicated and you're willing to take the course load that you'll be taking.
Let's say if you come one thought. This thought is that you are unstoppable. Because if you come here thinking, there's going to be too much work, there will be. It's not an easy school, it's a tough school. But you're going to come, and if you come thinking that nothing will stop, you will be successful, and you will be a college student.
We have a final score of Choctaw 90, Collegiate 120. Congrats to Collegiate. Thank you to all the students who participated in today's match, and thank you viewers for tuning in to watch this exciting event. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Microsystems Incorporated and Master Wall Incorporated. Stay tuned next time for further tournament action, and good night.